So this is part 5 of my pronunciation series. And I'm going to talk about the intonation of sentences. So first of all, what is intonation? Simply the melody of a spoken language, or the way the musical pitch of the voice rises and falls to show meaning, sentence structure, or mood, according to Swan. So each language has its own intonation, melody, or music. And even if you can't speak or understand a language, you can often identify a language by its intonation alone. So why is intonation important? Well, if you don't use proper or clear intonation in your sentences, your message might be confusing or weak. For example, some people always or often speak with a rising intonation, which makes them appear uncertain, which can be annoying, and which would not be effective, for example, for business people. And I'll give you some examples of that on the next slide. So there are two basic kinds of sentences in English: statements and questions. And there are two kinds of questions: yes, no questions and information questions. So a statement is something that's not a question, you're just expressing a fact or an opinion. A yes, no question is a question that can be answered with yes or no. And an information question usually starts with a WH word: who, what, when, where, how, why, and requires some specific information for the answer. All right, so I'm going to say each sentence, and you decide if the end of the sentence has a rising or falling intonation, up or down, flowers or flowers. Okay, so for example, Samantha likes flowers. Samantha likes flowers. Not Samantha likes flowers. Samantha likes flowers. Is that rising or falling? It's falling. Yes, no questions. Do you like flowers? Do you like flowers? Not, do you like flowers? Do you like flowers? Do you like flowers? Rising. And information questions. What do you want? What do you want? Not what do you want, but what do you want? Falling. So those are the basics of sentence intonation in English. So think about whether or not this is the same or different or similar to the intonation of sentences in your language. And there are other aspects of intonation in sentences in English, but this is just the basic information that you need to know. So now if I were to read 1 and 3 using rising intonation, it would sound like this: Samantha likes flowers. Samantha likes flowers. Now that might be correct if you're surprised that someone has told you this information. Yeah, Samantha likes flowers. Really? Samantha likes flowers? That would be appropriate. But some people, and it's often in terms of people in the US, people from the South, and women, especially young women, and I think Australians do this too, who will just use rising intonation at the end of every sentence. Samantha likes flowers. Do you like flowers? What do you want? My name is Jeff. I really need this job. And for example, if you go to an interview and you talk like that, every sentence ending in upward intonation, there's a good chance that the interviewer will think you're not a confident or professional or competent person, and they won't hire you. All right, so this can be very, very important. And so my source is Michael Swan's book, Practical English Usage. It's a great book. It's very, very detailed. I hope you enjoyed this. If you have any questions, leave them below, or comments as well, and have a good day. Thank you.